Namaste, beautiful yogis. This week's challenge is going to be actually a surprise to me as well. We are gonna embark on a few week detox challenge. It is going to be a multi-level challenge and we'll evolve it as we go. Some of you are not ready for detox, so the challenge would be just remove one food item that you know is not good for you, or just replace one of your meals, say your breakfast, with something extremely detoxing, such as blended apples with sweet basil seeds, for example, or quinces, and that way, or even agar-agar dessert. That way, we are doing something really detoxing, at least for one of our meals. Now, if you are ready for a full-on detox, I will suggest let's ease into this for the first 2 days, and just today and tomorrow we're gonna go around and collect vegetables for juicing. We're gonna get celery, kale, whatever you can find, cucumbers, lemons. So this is part of the challenge today and tomorrow. We are trying to buy vegetables. Now, if you decide to join this but a little bit later, that's fine. You will have the videos a few days ahead of you, so that way you can know what to expect and how to prepare for your challenge. We're going to start with easing into a detox. Now, many books that offer simple detox challenges, that would be their entire detox. Like, for example, a 3-day detox program would be just salads and smoothies, and that is great, and that is enough if you're just wanting to feel a little better, and if you have occasional muscle ache or joint inflammation, that is good. But if you want to go a little deeper, clean a little deeper on a cellular level, it will take at least a couple of weeks of just a little more committed type of a challenge. I personally think I'm gonna deepen this and go on a juice fast, and I have quite a bit of experience with juice fasting and even water fasting, and I can only say good things about those things. A bit of a disclaimer: some of our beautiful yogis are recovering from anorexia, so this is not for you. Obviously, your challenge would be exactly the opposite. Would be to add something to your diet and to enjoy it. For example, something that you fear, but you know it's healthy for you. For example, some fruits or some grains even that are very healthy, and you know that, and you are struggling with adding those things to your diet in fear of gaining weight, well, then you're going to go on the internet, research their health benefits, their traditional uses, their medicinal uses, their Chinese medicine uses, and then you'll add this to your diet, knowing that you're adding substance, healing power, and beautiful food to your diet. We're not adding anything unhealthy to our diet, so no need to fear. It's all unprocessed, clean food. Now, for the first day of our challenge, which you can start tomorrow on a Tuesday, we'll be doing something a little lighter for your breakfast. I personally made something very interesting, and not all of you can find all these ingredients, but you can replace everything. So what I'm doing today is I made this beautiful smoothie. I wouldn't go as far as calling it a smoothie, but I don't know what to call it. It's gorgeous, and it's a piece of art, really. And this is going to be kind of my during the day meal. It's gonna keep me very full because I blended one quince, kind of a big quince, with a touch of coconut milk, which further down the challenge I will remove the coconut milk as it's just an added fat. When you want to detox, you really want to remove all the additives, all the fats. There is no detox on a fat diet. I know there is those diets that are circulating around promoting fats on a detox diet. this is my personal opinion, this is not a way to detox. If you are just trying to clean up your diet, yes. If you're trying to heal, not so much. I have had to heal through some from some major stuff, so I've learned quite a bit from experience which things work the best as far as detox goes. And healing always starts with detox. So what I did here is I blended the queens with a little bit of saffron, and I just like the saffron for the mood boosting qualities, but also because it's so pretty, because it becomes these little dots of yellow when you leave it for for 20 minutes. It just starts to leak its color, its a dye, and it becomes these beautiful dots of saturated orange yellow color. And they used to dye the king's robe, I think, or his clothes or something like this, with saffron, and it was this like gorgeous saturated orange or yellowish orange color. So that's what I'm seeing in my smoothie. So this is Queen's coconut milk, sweet basil seeds blended into it, and stevia. For the challenge, I would recommend us skipping all the refined sweeteners except for honey if you're not vegan. Otherwise, all the maple syrup, agave, palm sugar, maple sugar, cane sugar, all of those, we're better off cutting those things out. They are heavier on the liver, so it's better to remove them. If you're gonna do the challenge with juicing, I will upload another video when we get deeper into the challenge. Now your challenge is just to get your veggies collected and ready to go. And if you're working, you're going to be juicing at night, putting it in the fridge, even freezing some of the things for later down the week if you're doing 3, 4, 5 days ahead. And that way you can keep up with the challenge. You can do just a half-day challenge, juicing half of the day, and then resuming your clean diet for the rest of the day. By clean diet, I mean you will just eat what you normally eat minus all the crap, and excuse my French, and that will be pretty good. If you want to go into deep challenge, keep collecting. Get some fresh ginger, get lemons, celery, cucumber, kale, chard even, spinach, lettuces. I love to blend lettuce, especially before bed. It's very sedative and it will aid your sleep. We'll start juicing. Now you can juice through the day and have fruit at night to get the pectin and the fiber and all of that from your fruits, and that would be a very, very deep detox. Juicing green juices all day. Try not to juice fruit. You can juice a little bit of fruit, cactus pear, apples, oranges, all of that, but try not to make your juices fruit juices. Again, it's hard on the liver, too much sugar, no fiber is removed, so it's not as good. Juice your grains, eat your fruit for the most part. Now, back to my smoothie. This is quince, mandarin, saffron, vanilla stevia, and a little bit of coconut milk, and that's about it. And then on top I have soaked the sweet basil seeds into coconut milk and stevia again, and just covered it on top. That can work with ginger, can work it with mint, or any type of flavoring. And I add it as my spice or flavoring, cardamom. And that generally tastes pretty good. Rose water would work very well in this as well. And it's real pretty. It's going to be very satisfying, and it's a way to get in my beloved quinces. I've been going nuts over quinces, or bananas over quinces, so there they are. And just to let you know what the quince is, it's in the apple family. It's very similar to an apple. It's harder, so it's more difficult to eat it raw, even though when it's very, very, very ripe, you can eat it raw. Most people don't know that they can eat raw quince, and usually there is beautiful jellies. They form these pectin marmalades and jellies, so usually that's how it's consumed, with cardamom and rose water and all of those goodies that are more popular in the Middle East. In Bulgaria, we just make it with sugar and probably a little bit of cinnamon, and that's about it. And it turns into this beautiful jelly. And if you have quinces and you want to get yourself used to quinces, you can cook them. Just blend quince with water. Cook it on the stove on a very low fire for an hour or two just to reduce it, to reduce the liquid, and cook it with cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger. Do it triple ginger, strong ginger flavor, and some stevia, and you can add sugar outside of our detox, and that thing turns into something so much better than applesauce. It's delicious and it is gingery. It's just spectacular and very filling actually, and healthy for you. Even though it's cooked, it's still healthy for you. I will show you a close-up of my basil seed smoothie, and it is pretty. That is the whole point. And I will show you where I get sweet basil seeds, which are very detoxing. They are, I get them from a Thai store, and they're very small and they're very much like chia seed. They're very much like chia seed. You put them in water and they will soak up the water and become 10 times or something like this bigger than their size. And they're low in calories, and they have this gelling quality as well. They absorb water like chia seed, and they will become these little jelly balls, and you can add them to puddings and such things as a thickener. Usually I don't use them all the time, but every so often when I'm doing detox and such, I do like to use them, and they are pretty powerful little seeds. They are the seed from basil, sweet basil, a relative of holy basil. So that's about it. If you can get your hands on sweet basil, get your hands on sweet basil. Chia would work, flaxseed would work, and when we get deeper into our detox, we're not gonna need them. But at first, you can blend apples, quinces, bananas with some chia seeds and such, and ease yourself into the detox. Later down the line, we're gonna start juicing our grains, and either do a half day of grain juices and then your food, or do a full day of grain juice. And I'm sure we're all gonna benefit and feel great after this challenge. Now, during the challenge, prepare yourself for having days that are not so fabulous, but nevertheless, it's worthy. Allowing your body to detox, to clean out, and to repair. We're gonna really fill our bodies with anti-inflammatory and fill with antioxidant juices. So we are not only going to let our body relax from constant digestion, but we're also going to support the body in ways of giving it so much nutrition, concentrated nutrition and chlorophyll. Back to my disclaimer about the some of you that are recovering from anorexia. You don't have to feel excluded from the challenge by not participating in the challenge. I would suggest do what you're doing, keep recovering. Food is beautiful and nourishing, and keep feeding that information into your brain up until it becomes something you feel. But if you want to join the challenge and feel the benefits of the anti-inflammatory juices we're doing, add the juices to the rest of your food. And if you gain a few pounds, tap yourself on the shoulder for that, because you need it. Thanks for joining me today. I will be back with the next step of this challenge. Namaste.